So we finally upgraded our camera system and we spiced things up. I saw the DJI Ronin 4D a while back and I'm like, okay, this looks awesome, but I'm always a little iffy about new camera technology. So I saw one of my favorite YouTube channels, Corridor Digital. They were using one of their Star Wars lightsaber shorts. I reached out to Nico and I'm like, Nico, be honest with me, how does this setup compare to other things? And he's like, it's absolutely amazing, you're going to love it. So we got the Ronin 4D and we fell in love with it. We fell in love with it so much that I started using it on every one of our shoots. So our Genshin Impact one we did, we just went to Hawaii and we shot 3 other videos and we used the 4D for a ton of that. We love it, I love it. It's what I use with the Red camera. That I use them both together, but anytime I use big sweeping shots now, I'm using the Ronin 4D because I can match it really well with the Red camera. So I've been using the Red Raptor 8K camera with Leica Summilux lenses, also with the 4D, and my mind has been blown by how well it cuts together. Just to show you guys a little sneak peek, we were just in Hawaii shooting several videos, 3 of the videos, and the Raptor 8K camera and 4D Ronin, those were the 2 cameras we were using throughout the entire shoot. Then DJI decided to take it one step further with announcing the Flex. What is the Flex? Well, basically it's the Ronin 4D camera back here as far as the actual body, the brains of the camera. And then now I can have a cable where I can be a lot more mobile, a lot more run and gun, and can get different shots than when I was already getting before, and everything is super smooth, super steady, and it's using the same camera technology because I'm going right back into the camera through the cable. So for us, this is a big deal. Just to show you guys how good the autofocus is, watch and learn. So I can select anywhere. I'm gonna have the Canon right now, and now I'm gonna pull focus to the Canon right there, and I'm gonna slowly walk in. You can just see how smooth and stable everything is. I'm getting really close where normally stuff would really struggle on the focus pull. So we got a 24mm on there. I'm going to switch it now to a 50mm because it's a lot harder to pull focus on a 50mm lens. Now I'm gonna go left to right. I'm gonna slowly walk in as well just to see how well it can pull focus on a 50mm lens. I don't know about you guys, but I'm impressed. Now you can still definitely get those low shots. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab focus to the Canon. I'm gonna go ahead and hit record right here. But everything looks extremely smooth, especially right now for a one-man show. And one-handed, right? I'm just gonna slowly tiptoe in. Camera pans up to the Canon. Canon's still in focus. I also got the focus wheel, so I'm gonna go ahead and tilt down. Now, I'm no incredible focus puller by any means. You see how I'm on the tree, and then I can rack focus to the Canon. But this is just to show an example of how well I can pull focus while doing a dolly type move. So a lot of stuff we do is very run and gun, small crews. So this is awesome for that, awesome for big crews, but especially the way I shoot, the way I film, this is incredible. And I'm filming AJ one-handed now. Nothing changed, it still looks super smooth. Now we're gonna try something a little different where I'm gonna pan down. I'm low on AJ's feet, camera's panning up. I already set focus, we're the same distance, so I don't have to worry about anything anyways. About getting shots you normally don't see, and part of the problem we have with that is having bigger, heavier cameras where we can't do everything where we want to get them in small, confined space. Now we just got a shot going through the chairs. Normally I couldn't get away with that and have it be a smooth shot. So I have my Manfrotto monopod right here, and now I can just kind of do my little magic. Ta-da! So now I have a full functioning jib where I can get those stellar shots. So I have full control now of all that fun stuff. You'll have someone like me controlling the actual jib movements. In this case, we hooked a monopod to the actual Flex system. And the camera itself is in the back of my backpack. So I'm controlling everything here with the cable going in. And if I want to, I can take out this monitor, no problem. And then someone could be right here where they have full range of everything that I'm seeing. They can control focus, all the camera settings, but now you can do full control and they can see exactly what the camera's picking up. And even the focus right now they're picking up all those dynamic movements. So just to kind of show you guys an idea, I'm gonna go ahead and hit record on the camera. Okay, so I'm just gonna set focus right there. Now, keep in mind, normally you're not having the camera guy also controlling everything else like I'm doing right now, but like tilt down, tilt up. I'm gonna bring the camera up super high, so now we can get these high dynamic shots. Look up, AJ, smile, you're on camera. And then I can do the camera pans down. Now those super dynamic shots where AJ looks like he's a hero or the anti-hero. Usually we use a drone, but we can't bring a drone in safely like what we were just doing to someone's face and get those same type of shots, but now we can with the new Flex system. So just giving you guys an inside look as far as why we're starting to use the Ronin 4D, but I wanted to go even deeper dive into it to talk specific examples with you. So we just used the 4D system on 4 different shoots. So I'm gonna tell you about each of them and why we use the 4D on some shots and not on others. So the first time we used the 4D was on our Genshin Impact shoot. Now we were working with a ton of incredible stunt choreographers, but we wanted to have our fight scenes where we weren't just tons of quick cuts. We wanted longer shots. In my opinion, to get away with more longer dramatic shots, I feel the camera generally should be moving, especially during action sequences. So one of the ideas we came up with was it would be awesome to have Braxton get blown away by a sword that has big wind gusts. They're going for a more anime vibes, more larger than life vibes. Now, we could have had a bunch of quick little cuts to sell that whole idea, that fight choreography, but it was like, what if we just had one long take showing him getting pushed back by the wind and doing the flip, pushing off the spear and landing on the ground. Now I'm gonna show you guys the raw shot. This is untouched, nothing done special to it, no warp stabilizer, nothing. And then this is the shot with the VFX and all the other stuff that happens to get rid of the cables and the wires and all that stuff. But for us, the 4D was the perfect instrument, the perfect tool. The second example we're going to talk about for Genshin Impact was we had a lot of long takes with the camera moving, and we had this long tall grass, and that creates movement, speed. So I was like, what if the camera was pushing through the long grass while they're also moving on a tire lens on a 35mm to see how that played out. And for me, these are some of my favorite sequences where it's not just a bunch of tight shots cutting with the action, but they're long takes. So the choreography had to be right on point, and the camera work had to also be right on point, but having these longer takes moving with the action side to side as the action is changing helps the audience feel like they're a part of it. But a lot of times with action sequences, they're cutting to hide things. We're like, let's not really cut a ton during these action sequences because this is a lot of fight choreography that they practiced, they rehearsed and had it down, and we didn't want to lose that with all the quick cutting. So as you guys are seeing right now, longer takes. Now this is the raw shot, untouched. Now we're gonna look at the VFX shot. So we're doing a couple other things, but we're not quick cutting with the action. Like we're adding the VFX to it, yes. But I just love this type of storytelling because in my opinion, it's not cheap storytelling where we're hiding every little thing, but we're showing the audience as it actually played out. So after we filmed our Genshin Impact video in Utah, I fell in love with the camera as I already mentioned, so we took it to Hawaii with 3 big shoots that we did. Now the big one we did in Hawaii was for a mobile app game called Ninja Must Die. And for us, once again, we're doing more of the anime vibes where everything's feeling larger than life with really cool costumes, really epic locations, and we're filming at Kualoa. Now the opening shot of the video, I wanted it to instantly feel like a magical place. So we had this really awesome boat dock, and we had our main ninja character up on the end of the boat dock, and actually like right when we started filming, a rainbow came out, so I was like, okay, start shooting right now, no delay. So we kind of made everything happen really fast with 0 setup, so we ended up using the first take, first shot of the day, which normally doesn't happen. It's usually like take 4 or 5 or 6 that we're using. Now we could have just had like a tripod shot or a shot where we put it on a sandbag and got that shot. But having the camera moving forward, it just makes it really dynamic and instantly grabs people's attention. So we had one scene where we're running through a coconut field with 2 of our actors, stunt choreographers, stunt people fighting each other, but having the camera low to the ground with the foreground moving, as you guys are seeing right now, it just makes things feel faster and quicker. It makes it feel more dramatic. So a lot of our Ninja Must Die project, we were filming it super low to the ground with the Ronin 4D, with the camera moving, with the actors also moving, and that just made everything dramatic. Now, another reason for us using the Ronin 4D is we can get away with longer takes because the camera can constantly be moving, where we can still hold the audience's attention. So for our Indiana Jones, Tomb Raider, Uncharted fan film, we did this multiple times where we're like, okay, we're gonna show one thing and then we're gonna have the camera move and show something else. So a good example of that is when our Lara Croft character gets caught by the bad guys as they come rushing in with their guns, is we see Lara Croft, but then we show the audience something different that the other bad guys aren't seeing, and we're able to do that with the 4D. It makes it so we can make the scene constantly changing without cutting. Another example of this is we have one of the military trucks with all the bad guys showing up, but then we reveal the bad guys are in it, then the camera whips around with the camera moving, the vehicle's moving, so everything feels dynamic, and it's also low to the ground. And then we reveal the scene that we're at with the big King Kong skull in the background, and we're able to do that with a long moving shot, and that's possible with the 4D. And not only did we do that on our Indiana Jones film, but our big Metal Gear Solid fan film, we did the same thing where we're able to have the camera moving with the main hero, the main actor, in this case hiding in a cardboard box, but we feel like we're a part of the subject because we're moving with them. We're stopping with them as they stop. But for me, I wanted this also to feel like a video game, and with video games, the camera is directly behind the actor and it moves with the actor. So the Ronin 4D is an incredible tool that we're using on all of our shoots now. Every shot has a purpose. So the Ronin 4D has a huge purpose for the way we like to tell stories. So my final last thoughts on the Ronin 4D. It's amazing, I love it. That with the red camera, they go hand in hand. Any shoot that I do from here on out, you're gonna see me always with the red camera and always with the Ronin 4D camera. But I'm using them both together to achieve what I love as far as telling stories, creating content for you guys. This is something that we're using on all the shoots that we're doing. We brought it to Hawaii. Our Mario Parkour video, we just started shooting actually, and we're only shooting it currently on the Ronin 4D. So that's just how committed I am to this camera setup. We're just super excited about it, and it just allows us to capture things in a new way that's more exciting and challenging than what we've had in the past. My biggest complaint with the camera setup is it's almost too smooth, where we have to add camera shake to have it make it feel more intense. That's a good problem to have. So for us, we can go with this camera setup and the Red Raptor setup, and the camera's cut so well anyway. I love the camera setup, I love the flex. This is what we're using from here on out. Thank you so much for watching. Over and out.